women leave you where you standing, you was using her, and she know that you can't make it without her.
Wow.
So she bounced. And like he says, he homeless. Because if your money right, bitch, leave. I can carry this motherfucker by myself.
That's a good point.
But he couldn't. But he couldn't move. He couldn't leave.
Right.
Wow.
So under no circumstances do you think a man should ever move in with a woman?
I don't think you should, because all women, I don't give a fuck who they are, can't wait to say, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house.
Welcome to Hardly Initiated, where real men talk real shit. It is your host, Tyshawn Jackson, and I'm locked in today, a very special day, with my co-host, Ryan Catchings, baby. What's popping?
Man, listen, I just can only smile because this shit crazy. We got a legend in the fucking building, one of my favorite comedians of all time, and the best thing about this shit is that we got an OG.
Yeah.
And we know you niggas love getting game from the OG, the ladies especially too, so it's time.
Look, we got your favorite comedian's favorite comedian in the building in this motherfucker, man.
For
we
sure.
in this motherfucker with T to the motherfucking K.
What's up, y'all? What's up? TK in the building.
We here, baby. Welcome to Atlanta, TK.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, fellas. It's a pleasure. Well, like I say, I do these podcasts all over the world, and you guys rank right up there with some of the best. So I was first class organization. I have no problem, and I'm here, yo. Let's pop it. Let's get it off. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited and tired. You know, because I'm on a tight schedule, so I make sure that I came through for you guys.
And see, they don't know you 62. You be in bed by what 9 p.m.
About 8:30, 8:45. You know, but you wake up and feel good and strong and go do what you got to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you've been working the whole weekend though. You've been know back-to-back shows, sold out shows.
Sold out. Every city. I mean, every city's been sold out. All the shows here in Atlanta have been sold out. So starting tomorrow, New York 2 days straight, then Miami on Thursday, Dallas on Friday, Houston, Texas, Saturday and Sunday, all sold out.
And see, what people don't realize that I love about your show, though, because we pulled up, TK gave us some tickets to the show Friday. We pulled up, came through, beautiful show,
VIP,
per usual.
exclusive.
Yeah, right in front. We brought our guest, actually, us, our producer, and our guest. They sat us right in front. Our guest already knew who you was. He was like, "Oh shit, we about to get cooked."
Flamed up.
When we sat in front. But the special thing about TK shows is not just comedy, because that shit, he's in there making you laugh, and he's educating your ass all at the same time.
And he pissing you off a little bit if he talking to you.
I'm talking about it get tense in the rooms at times. Yeah. Like you could just feel niggas kind of locking up. Because you laughing when he talking about the chick he just fucked the other night, that funny ass story. And all of a sudden when he tell you that you need to have some fucking life insurance.
Right.
Niggas get real quiet.
Yeah, they do.
Well, have your shows always been like that, or is that something you recently incorporated?
I think it's just growth. I think it's growth, and I sit around and I think about what people need to know, right? So when I read it, I share it, you know? And pretty much my whole blueprint comes from NWA. And the reason why, when Ice Cube and those guys is on tour and I used to hear them talk, they were just really reporters of the street. So as a stand-up comedian, I'm just a reporter of the street. I read, and then I bring the game to the stage. I bring the game to podcasts. Because I knew in the 90s that my success was going to change. I didn't know nothing about social media. I didn't know what it was going to be. I just knew the people who was going to change my life were young, and it's you guys. You know, it's your age group. Because now we have podcasts. So shows like this is like Arsenio Hall, David Letterman. You know, when I couldn't speak I couldn't be who I was or who I am now back then on those shows. They never had me on it. On a show like that, you know what I'm saying?
You couldn't keep it 100.
Right, couldn't keep it 100. And they didn't ask the right questions, right? Because usually on those shows, it's just about what TV projects you have, what movie you got coming out. Nobody's talking game on, unless you was going on the White Boys thing, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
That's the only, he had the only syndicated show that was just going crazy at the time.
And that's why he was so big, because he was ahead of his time. But he was asking white boy questions. He wasn't putting men and women up on game to get your life together, stack your paper. So what we have now is confusion in this world because we have so many people who think they have the right answers we have so many people who are successful, think they have the right answers, right? Nobody knows who to truly listen to or believe in. The worst thing to do is just because you got a lot of money don't mean you should listen to that person, right? And some people shouldn't get just caught up in how people move. Then, like I was telling you earlier off the air, there's a lot of men who are liars, who pull some of the baddest bitches in the game. And I always tell niggas, the badder the bitch that you with, and I know you ain't no multi-millionaire, you lying to that bitch, and she gonna figure it out sooner or later. And they do. They normally figure out later, oh my God, that nigga was a liar. And sometimes these hoes be lying too, you
Absolutely.
know?
Right.
So it goes both ways. And social media, it was a blessing for me, but what it did, and the reason why we have confusion every day is two reasons, social media. One is because we have uneducated and ignorant people now sitting at the table because who didn't have a voice.
And they can
years
at
ago.
this point they can express themselves freely over and over again.
and
have
over
these
again.
fake fucking profiles or
Yes.
start a profile just to say some crazy
Yes.
shit.
And yep, they fake. It's not really them. They'll say something to say something
Exactly.
crazy, and you want to say something, then you go to them. They got one post.
It ain't a real person.
Right, it ain't a real person. I say, oh, you a bitch nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a bitch nigga. But the problem that most of you guys have in social media, when I hear they say, oh, people are fake and people are not really living this great life, is because of the people who you follow. See, social media is really a great tool, but the people you follow are horrible people. You should be following motivators, financial advisors, the Weather Channel, shit that can change and better your life. But we wake up to seeing people fight. We
Right.
wake up to seeing people doing pranks. And you're the same way you have a diet in your body, that you're supposed to put good food in your body, you have to feed your mind, your brain the same way. So you're watching nonsense all the time. You get irritated. You don't know why you're irritated. So you're saying, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy. Because you're watching the wrong people.
And the algorithm knows you. Like the algorithm know you better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
So you like that one fat ass,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a trillion fat asses on your timeline.
Right. And then the thing about ass, and you see these girls, I mean, think about it, fellas. I want everybody listening around the world, listen to me. Would you really date a woman that's showing all her body on Instagram?
Hell no.
Not long term.
No. Because here's the thing. This is a lot of beautiful girls, right?
Right.
But you don't want to date her and treat her good to go out and everybody else seeing her pussy, her titties, you know? But as a man, you can't check her. You can't say, hey, because when a person is grown, you can only make a suggestion. You can't tell a female what to do.
Exactly.
So if she wants to show a body, you can't change her. You just get a new bitch.
But see, TK, there's confusion about that. There's confusion because women are saying, you know, this is a new day. This is a new age. We could dress how we want. This is
No, you didn't hear what I said. You can't change them. You get who you want and like that dresses the way you want. But you can't tell that woman how to dress. No, I'm agreeing with you. You can't tell a female how to dress. Yeah, I'm agreeing with the women. You can't. But I could find somebody who dressed the way I like them to dress, and I'm not gonna have no problem. You know, back when I was growing up, lingerie was the shit when you came over a woman's house. These bitches wearing it outside with Air Force Ones.
It's crazy. It was actually it's a recent post that went viral. It was a lady. She looks like she's a white lady, maybe white or Spanish, but she spent $50,000 turning herself into a Barbie.
I saw that.
Yeah, and now she's upset because she said the men treat her like a toy now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And I think people just wake up to see who can do the most craziest shit.
some real 2022 shit right
Yeah.
there.
And I always wonder how the women going to look, because how old are you, TK?
I'm 62.
62. So I'm just wondering, some of these 20, 30-year-old women who's got all this plastic surgery,
Yes.
how are they going to look when they get 60 years old?
Yeah. Something to think about, brother.
Yeah.
That's some real shit to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
And see, TK, one of my favorite things about you, though, because we talk about it on the platform, you talk about and discuss men having to make sure they qualify themselves for a woman.
Yes.
Even one of my favorite lines, my man
Yes.
TK, just for, in case you fellas ain't said it, I'm going to quote him. My man TK said, before you get a girlfriend, you need $25,000 in your
Right.
bank account. Before you get a wife, you need $75,000
Right. Now, let me explain to
in
you
your bank
why.
account. Tell me about
When
that,
I said
TK.
this on the Breakfast Club early this year, niggas hit me in DMs like, fuck you ugly nigga. I don't need no 25,000. Because they thought I meant give the female the money. To everybody listening, the money is not for the girl. The money is for you. Because when you got your money halfway right, your choice in hoes is different.
Is that you're more confident?
Yeah,
you're more responsible.
Right, and you just move differently through life, and you're able to take a woman out to eat. You're able to go to take a trip to Bora Bora, you know what I'm saying, or St. Thomas or something. These things are important if you really like the chick. Now, since we talk about taking trips now, see, when I was young, I used to think it was fly. The fly female. And then as I got older, I was meeting women who really had it. And they took offense if you want to pay their airline ticket. They're like, what you mean you pay for my ticket? Like, I pay for my own ticket. What? What kind of hoes you fucking with? And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I always tell women now, if I meet them and you can't take a trip and I hear that, oh my God, I would like to go. And I'll look at them like, bitch, this trip's not for you.
And see, TK, you somebody I can trust.
Don't make this trip.
You somebody I can trust. So are you saying that men shouldn't fly women out?
I'm saying if you really like the person, fly them out. But understand as you get older and you have daughters and you got to give, unless you're married to the woman, you got to give daughters memories. See, I learned when I started having my kids, my thing was to give my kids memories before I took a woman out. I'd rather for my daughter go to Paris with me. I'd rather for my daughter go to Germany with me. You know? So I'll do that first before I'll tell the female, hey, come on, we're going to London. Nah, bitch, you ain't going. I'm gonna take my kid. Yeah, so, and I got 7 children, 3 girls, but everybody can't go because they're different places. Everybody's doing their thing. And my youngest baby, she's really with me all the time. So boom, boom, we roll and do what we got to do, you know? And I just try to live a good life and give as much back that I've learned to you guys and hope that young men and women can listen to me. And so you know what that brother is, right? Just like the Breakfast Club posted a couple days ago about me talking about older women. I don't date women that's over 40 because cartilage in their knees. And, you know, and I don't date women in their 50s because
I know they like that.
when you fuck them, they always talk about cut the ceiling fan off because it's drying out the pussy. And women was really hitting me in my DM pissed. And what I didn't understand, ladies, if you ever seen my show, you'll understand I didn't really mean no harm and really checking the female that way. The shit is just funny to me. And it also showed me the emotional side of women.
Just so social media is like it's become such a part of like the human biology. So when you post something that agitates somebody or that, you know, that has that triggering effect, the emotional just comes out
It's
all over the
deeper
place.
than that. People listen to reply. They don't listen to comprehend. See, they'll never read the information. You just read the topic, but you didn't read what that person said, right? So you react. So when I post things and people respond, I'm like, damn, bitch, did you read the caption?
right.
Like I wrote something there, read the caption, and men and women do it. So I say, fuck it, I do what I got to do. But what I love about being on social media, on my phone, period, I'm only on there an hour a day. So which is cool, you know, because some people are on there hours, but I'm only on there an hour a day. Because, you know, on iPhone, they tell you how long you've been on the phone.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good diet right there.
Yeah, it's like an hour a day. So that's cool.
So let me ask you this too, TK, because what's interesting is you 62 years old and you a single man?
Yeah.
Never been married.
No, never been married.
I mean, I assume you a brother that has, you know, for a while now had that $75,000 sitting in your account.
Oh, absolutely.
Why did you choose not to go ahead? I hear a lot of brothers talk about the benefits of marriage and you can go further as a team and with a good woman. Why you chose to take this trip?
I think
solo?
that's the trick first. You can say you go further with a woman. You know, I believe you can do the shit by your motherfucking self personally, you know. But you got to be built for it, you know. Can you be alone? Can you, when you want to really be with a female and she can't be with you, can you I can't take it. Or do you have enough women if that girl can't come through, you go see somebody else. I always in my lifetime believed in backup because I always used to tell people you don't drive a car without a spare. You know what I'm saying? Why should I have a flat and I'm stuck when I had this the spare in the back I could put on the car and keep it moving. But nobody wants to hear the truth, and it's not that I'm trying to be a player.
Yeah.
We have women in life sometimes who are not ready to settle down or truly be in a relationship, depending on the guy. You might want her, and the cycle is crazy. You might want this girl. She don't really want you. But the guy she wants don't really want her, right? Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Like I'm texting you, you're not really responding to me, but you're texting this other guy,
And he doing you the
and
same way.
he's not responding to you. Shit is crazy.
We all want what we can't have.
Yeah, it's crazy how the system goes, right? So I tell people take one day at a time. Take care of yourself. Like I said, with the 25,000, every man and woman should put their money aside, stack, 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 stack. Because believe it or not, it's very important. And keep your credit good.
Now, CK, a lot of guys are just, really concerned about marriage altogether. You see the shit on the news all day.
Yeah.
These guys in the game, from celebrities, from
Right.
just the everyday guy. Marriage is a tricky deal right now for men.
It's
And a lot
always
of them
been
are-
tricky.
So, how are you feeling right now? Are you thinking marriage is still favorable or beneficial to men right now in 2022?
I start laughing when I see the shit. I'll be driving. And motherfucker don't want to listen to me. Because men, I always say guys who are an athlete, young kids who are playing ball, young kids who are playing basketball should not be in a relationship. And let me prove my point. Because most of the time they're cheating, right?
They on the road. They got a bunch of groupies.
They doing their thing.
Yeah.
Now watch me go deeper. Now you make it to the playoff game. You make it to a Super Bowl, and you're a young kid, but you got an argument with your girl over some. Maybe she saw a text. Maybe something happened. But now your game is altered because you are in a relationship. But if you by yourself, you focused on you. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And I believe most men in sports should stay in sports and without being really, really serious with a woman until they get like into their 30s. 22, 23, too young to get married. Just 'cause you got a lot of money, the girl you was fucking for the last 3 years. I got that check and it went family now and it's you.
So
First of all, we said the same shit on the show.
yeah, I agree. I think a man should first, focus on purpose, single on purpose.
Yes.
And then once he's shown that he has improved and he can show that he can be successful in this area, then I think consider a marriage down the line.
and you're mature.
Exactly.
I always tell people as you get older, you learn to control the climate of the room. That's important. And no matter how smart you think you are today, next year you're gonna be smarter. 5 years you're gonna be smarter than you were today.
If you put in the work.
Yeah,
And learn from your mistakes.
And even if you don't put in the work, by reading, experiences, seeing things, you grow. That's just the way it is.
Okay, so you talk about and I wanted to touch on this because you talked about having a backup. So that's my thing. I got a couple spares. I got my main ride. Got my 4 wheels on it, and I got a couple backups. Right. What about the women who also adopt that philosophy?
Yeah, you gotta respect it. See, white women do it all the time. White people date and be out the next day with another motherfucker, and they wave at each other, and they respect it, right? You fuck a black woman, black man, this is a bond. You go out with another nigga, like, bitch, what the fuck, what?
Right.
Yo, nigga, that bitch was just with me. The bitch ain't shit, yo. Niggas really getting mad about that shit, and girls do too. Oh, nigga, you was just at my house last night. You fucked me, and you with this slut. Life's not fair. The way the world moves is the way the world moves. There's nothing you could do. Relationships is truly based on the law that you have between each other. If that girl agrees with what you telling her and you agree with what she's saying, that's you guys' agreement. It doesn't matter what nobody else is saying. Period.
Now, what I would also say too is, guys, another part of getting ready and preparing yourself for a woman is, you know, we in a society right now, we could talk about, you know, these women getting a little bit more masculine, but these men also getting very feminine and fucking emotional.
Very emotional.
You got these emotional ass niggas out here who, let's not even talk about finances not qualified for one, but emotionally, not ready to deal with what comes with a woman emotionally. You talk about shit don't go their way, they ready to just end everybody in the room.
And they actually doing that. They killing, you know, baby mamas. They killing kids. They killing themselves. It's really crazy.
They own fucking kids.
But see, the thing is, these men, they're conditioned. They're growing up with women in the household who are emotionally distraught with no man, no father figure in the household.
Right.
Then they going to school, nothing but female teachers coddling these kids. And then their entire life is pretty much structured for them up until they finish high school or finish college. Once they get out, they're not spending time alone, you know, doing the things that TK is talking about. They going immediately into these relationships. And that's when they get exposed.
And first of all, I feel like they haven't been through shit. Because first of all, if a woman fucking another dude is willing to make you end your whole life, you really ain't really been through shit. Like, you don't really have no real problems, no real mission, no real purpose. You're not really living for shit. And we popping a motherfucking bottle right on the motherfucking set.
It's all
right
good,
now.
TK. Listen.
Yeah, make sure we catch that shit. Hell yeah.
This some old school player shit right here.
This some real old school player shit. Some fucking Cristal.
Man, we got Cristal in here. That's the only way we do it. I told him that's the only way we're gonna do the deal. You gotta have a bottle of Cristal for me.
He very serious about that shit. He did tell us that's the only way we do it.
Show y'all how to do this shit.
And
see, when it gets fuzzy, you put your finger in there.
Educate the man.
And it goes down.
See, I never had Cristal before, so
I want you to pour mine, but I don't want you to put your fucking finger in
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I promise you.
First off, this nigga TK done got a whole fucking haircut and they gonna throw on a hat on us.
yeah, that's the way you do it.
This nigga haircut is 5 minutes fresh.
Hey, let me tell you, y'all might think that my man TK is, you know, you look at the tats, you look at his body size, you like, this man from the streets. Now, TK kind of bougie than a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie.
Dog. I'm what you call RNS. Rich nigga shit.
Rich nigga shit. Hey, we about to join the club, though, for real.
Give me some more of this, family.
Yeah,
Thank you, family.
We got charcuterie and shit up in here.
Yeah, we don't play. I'm the first guest to have Cristal up in here.
All
Definitely.
compliment, absolutely.
Hey, you might be the fucking only one. This shit going over budget right now.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Together.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready? Come on in here. May your pain be champagne.
Pain be champagne, baby. Let's pop it, baby.
Okay, that's
Let's get
right.
it. TK said, make sure we got the Cristal on the set. Ryan said, damn, this nigga TK kind of hazing us up, man.
Yeah. I don't play. Because a lot of people try to get me.
Yeah.
I turn them down.
Yeah.
You guys understood my time and my worth without hesitation. Y'all called me, you pulled the trigger. I'm still on the phone. You motherfuckers shot back. Pop, nigga. You ain't saying nothing, nigga. We doing it right now. Bam. I'm a fan. See, I'm a fan now. Because that's my definition of a man.
You got to be ready.
You got to be ready. Don't call me if you ain't ready. Don't call me with that, I'm thinking. No. You blocked.
Y'all
I
hear
ain't got
that,
time
fellas?
for it.
Be ready to pull the trigger. Be ready to take action, man.
Yes.
Man, let me tell you, action, this so underrated lately, man.
Yes.
It's so underrated. You got to take action, and it's just a crazy what can happen from action, because, I mean, this is all fruits from it right now. And you said something that was interesting right now. He said the definition of a man. He said that's the definition of a man. And I think the definition of a man is kind of fucked up in 2022, because we got some real crazy shit going on right now.
Some beta shit going on.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
A lot of beta shit going on right now. Even one of my OGs, man, let's actually talk about this, man, because in the world of comedy, let's talk about our brother, Mr. Spears. Okay?
And Ari Spears, just in case, you know, somebody didn't catch up with us.
So Ari Spears, I would consider Ari Spears a legend in the comedy game.
Yes.
I mean, Ari Spears has been in the comedy. First of all, for context, how long have you been in comedy, TK?
37 years.
Damn.
TK has been in comedy pretty much longer than most of our listeners have been alive.
Right. Shit, longer than me and you been alive, too.
Longer than me and you have both been alive. And Ari Spears is one of the legends in the game. And he's actually getting attacked right now.
Yes.
And he said some controversial statements is about Lizzo.
Yes.
And a weight.
Yes.
What did you think about that?
So here's the thing about, one, he's doing it for shock value.
Okay.
So he knew that was going to come. And so that's the place going. As a comedian, sometimes you pull those tricks out of your hat. I'm gonna talk about this person. I know it's gonna go viral.
So to get you some level of exposure.
So
Okay.
you know, everybody talking about him right now. So as a comedian, he's respecting it. Oh, he loving it, and I don't blame him. That's how you move. That's how you move. At the end of the day, men, even though you'll say fuck them hoes and fuck these bitches and shit, at the end of the day, your life changes. You think differently when you start having daughters of your own. You move differently when you have daughters of your own. You want to respect. I always respect. I might talk shit on stage. I might say word bitch, hoe on stage. But what people don't know about me, when I walk off stage, I don't use profanity at all. I've never cursed around my children. I really don't curse at all around people. I only do that on stage because when I go on stage, that's my world. I'm always trying to teach to really respect these young ladies, no matter skinny, medium-sized, or big. I believe if you know a big girl, you don't bash her and destroy her. You teach her how to win, how to survive. And if you're in her life, you know, you start working out and guarantee it, you'll influence her to start doing better. Yeah, we want Lizzo to lose weight because it's a no, it's not. I'm not trying to be funny. We want her to lose weight because if you're big, your life is at jeopardy.
It's on the line.
It is.
Yeah, it's not a game. So when people talking about it, they think it's a game. No, her life is at jeopardy. That what's helping her at her time of life because she's a young woman.
And this is the thing people have to understand is your physical, like your actual physical conditioning is a reflection of your mental conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter how healthy she says she feels or how happy and proud she says she feels. Her physical condition is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside.
Right. And
Period.
if she's and anybody that big,
Yep.
go to the doctor and watch what they tell you. They're gonna tell you got high blood pressure. They're gonna tell you borderline diabetes. They're gonna tell you eat more vegetables, eat more fruit. They're gonna tell you stay off coffee. They're gonna tell you all these things. Now, I'm 240. Am I 240? Yeah, 240, 242. And I was up to about maybe 262, 265. But I started losing weight. But it wasn't that I wasn't working out. I was drinking muscle milk. And muscle milk put weight on me. It made me big. And
Bloated too.
oh my God, yo. I was bloated like a mug. And it took damn near 3 years to get 15 pounds off me. I go to the doctor regularly. And my doctors think I'm crazy. They're like, yo, check me for brain cancer. Check my goddamn blood. I'll be on top of my shit, you know? And I went a couple weeks ago, and the thing was my blood pressure was a little high. It was like 131 over 93, which some people still think that's pretty good, but I thought it was high. But I said, hey, I just ate before I got here. I said, I had red snapper, collard greens, about 11. My appointment was at 2, and we were looking out about 1:15. I stopped at Chick-fil-A and got the fries and the nuggets. So by the time I went in there, it spiked the blood pressure up a little. Week later, I come back for my blood test results. My blood pressure is so way down. It's 121 over, 73. So it's a big difference. So I explained to her how I do 20, 25 miles a week just walking, and I work out, and I eat good. I know my damn blood pressure wasn't that high. And to the people, we talk about everything when you deal with me. You got to get checked out.
Yeah.
You got to eat good. You have to drink water before you go to bed at night. Do you know why?
Because your body is working and you get dehydrated overnight, right?
No.
Okay.
You drink water before you go to bed at night because it helps prevent heart attacks and strokes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drink water when you wake up in the morning, a bottle if you can, because it wakes up your organs. These things people don't know. This is the reason why you have to drink water at night and in the morning. True story, though. And when I say something, I want you to Google it, because I don't want y'all getting happy just believing people. Listen to stuff, Google it. That way you can hear it for yourself.
And see, those are the facts. But see, we tend to live in a place of delusion, and we want to be in a place of emotion, and we want to do what makes us feel good. Mm-hmm. We want to hear what makes us feel good. Mm-hmm. We don't want to hear what challenges us,
right,
or what makes us better. And when we are faced with that, that's when you hear the reactions.
Body shaming.
Body shaming.
That's the biggest one. That's what you get. That's what they saying Aries spirits is doing. Body shaming.
Right. And that's the society that we live in. And most comics know that's what's going to happen when it comes out your mouth. We know we say something controversial. You should be able to say what you want to say in your heart, but you can't say what you want to say in your heart publicly. You can say amongst friends.
That's just crazy to me. Like, I just don't understand. If somebody is fat, why can't you just say they fat?
It ain't happening.
I mean,
because they want you to have a sense of respect. See, there's honor, right? There's a thing called respect. Even though you see the person looking big, you don't talk about it out of respect, right? That's what people don't have anymore, respect. Everybody's always felt this way their whole life.
Right.
But respect made you keep your mouth shut. And people don't have respect no more. So they're saying whatever they want to say, right? They're taking pictures with murder. You can shoot somebody tomorrow and die, and that was you. And motherfucker, you get 1 million views. And then walk down the street, motherfucker taking pictures with you. Yo, Frank, come here, I told you, nigga, real nigga. He shot JJ, nigga. He famous. Because nobody has nothing. Morals is gone. Respect is gone.
Why is that though? Like we talk about the changes that's made from when you was growing up and you watching this new generation grow up.
It's parenting. Yeah, when I watch the news and I see all the crazy shit going on, and you see parents at home about these kids is crazy. But motherfuckers, it's your kids. You're not parenting them right. I really want to put out a petition to say that kids who are under 25, if you get in trouble, the parents to go to jail.
Under 25?
Under 25.
I mean, 21. I mean, you a grown-ass man, 21, right?
No, kids are not grown till you're really about 30 years old.
That's some slow growth.
Yeah, 30. I'm talking about completely understand life is about 30 and on. You don't know life at 18. You don't know life you don't know life is the way you should do it by 30 years old. 30 years old, you should have money. 30 years old, you should have maturity, and you got a lot of things together at that age.
Before 25, if they fuck up, parents go to jail.
They go to jail.
That'd be a lot of.
And I
parents
guarantee
in
you,
jail.
a lot of parents are like, "Where the fuck you at?" I bet you they'll make their ass be a parent. Where the fuck are you? Didn't I tell you to be such and such?
Yeah.
I ain't going to jail for you.
So what do you think changed though? Because, like, do you think it just wasn't a level of discipline? Was it that the men wasn't as present?
People was kids. When you're kids, you let your kids do whatever they want to do. You're not really checking them because you're afraid you want to be their friend instead of their parent. You know, you got kids in the same room that grown people talk now. When we was growing up, parents, you better get the fuck up out of here. You see grown people talking. True shit. That don't happen no more. Child be sitting right there hearing grown up shit. It's crazy how things are now.
Now, see, because you got 7 kids of your own.
Yes, 7.
And is that how many different mothers is
7. I wasn't playing. I think it's mean to have one child with one woman.
What, you got 7 different baby moms?
Yeah, 7 different baby moms.
Wait, so tell me about, you say you
Wow.
think it's mean. What does that mean?
I think that's selfish. Why should I just have a child with one person?
So what? Wait, hold on, wait.
Like, why would I do that? That don't make no sense.
And that's crazy because you just did 1 per person.
So is this
Yeah.
the Nick Cannon philosophy?
No. Nick did his in a month.
Okay.
My kids are spread over 35 years.
Now, how? So, man, I got so many questions. How do you maintain a healthy relationship? I'm assuming you got healthy relationships with all 7 baby moms.
Well, no, because 3 was one night stands. I don't talk to some of the moms. We cool though. We ain't got no problem. Well, me and the kids are close, and we go on about our lives.
Wow.
You know, I'm not fucking them. They not fucking me. We ain't sneaking behind nobody back or nothing like that. This is the way my life turned out for me. When you hear it, it sounds embarrassing. When you hear that, oh my God, you got 7 kids. And my uncle, who's 84 years old, he's like, Terrence, you got 7 kids. Like, it really sounds horrible.
Yeah.
And I said, Uncle Jeff, listen, this is how my life turned out. Like, there's nothing I could do. I said, and I want people to listen. When you have these crises in your life, you play the hand that you dealt yourself.
Okay, so
And you're able to live with it better. I could go over the, I wish I had one kid and with one baby mama. You know, it didn't happen that way. I was slinging that.
clearly, successfully as well.
Yes, I was.
Do you think that if you did have, let's say, all your kids under one household, do you think that, you would have been able to produce more as a man? Like, do you think that slowed you down in any way as far as what you were able to create in your career?
No. I've been a hustler my whole life. Wasn't shit gonna stop me, some people say, TK, you should do TV, you should do film. But I don't mess with it. I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. I don't want to do television. Now, if I do television, I have to be invited. Like all the movies I've ever did, that the people who was running it asked me to be in it. From Vin Diesel, who's Fast and the Furious, his first movie was Strays. I was asked to be in that movie. Baby from Baller Blocking asked me to be in his movie. My friend was directing Rats. We went to college together, like we was best friends. Me and Ice-T was in that movie. And then what I did, I just really started my own production company, and I put out my own specials. So I got my own stand-up specials. I make a lot of money off it, but I don't brag about it, because everybody wants to be on Netflix, but I don't brag. I mean, if people knew what I was making, they were like, oh my God. But y'all know my rules since y'all study me. I say stay low-key, flex occasionally.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. I mean that. Stay low-key, flex occasionally. And I maybe flex 4 times a year.
So, okay, I'm still thinking about these 3 one-night stands. Mm-hmm. When I hear that, the first thing I think of is abortion. If I was in a situation,
right.
I'm thinking the first thing I would have went to.
And that's good that you say that, because a female will say you don't take care of your kid, but you had the child without asking the man that tell the guy you're going to keep it. Then if you tell the guy that, tell other people your father ain't shit, but bitch, you ain't got it either. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's a catch-22. Or if you're way on the other side of town, you want money, and I give you money. But when men have the kid and we fall short, and we call and complain, a female will say, figure it out. It's just life is a double standard. You deal with it, and you try not to put yourself in these situations so you don't have to deal with those type of things. Because sex will lure you in, boy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It'll lure you in, and you're having fun, but you're not thinking about the consequences when you nut in the woman. And you got women who are enjoying the moment, knowing that nigga probably ain't shit, and let him nut. Because a female fuck you and say, don't come in me. And niggas like, I ain't gonna come in you. You know what I'm saying? And you still fucking like, she said, did you come? No, I didn't come. And this is sometimes you come, but a nigga will be in a pillow and come and pretend he didn't come. So then the girl go to the bathroom and pee.
Right.
And see it like, motherfucker. And you over in the bedroom talking, it's life, yo, it's crazy.
And see, that's one thing if you ain't shit, and it's another thing if you are shit. So
yeah.
I mean, they done watched your show,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They in love with you. They already a fan of you.
But see, women think I don't mess with nobody. Like after my show, I'll take a picture with you. Sometimes women put phone numbers in my back pocket or whatever, and be with their man.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had it all. But
crazy.
I don't want. I'm tired, yo. Like I'm really tired. Like, I'm really tired. That's all I can say. I'm really tired.
So I do want to talk about, because I know you say you're tired, but I want to talk about this. And I was telling Tyshawn about this last week. I'm scrolling through my Instagram, and I see now the blue pill.
Yes.
They marketing it to 30-year-olds.
Wow.
Like, hey, and it's women, they got on these ads saying, hey, you need to get this blue pill because my man take care of me all night type of deal. So what are your thoughts about that in general?
Well, thank God I've never had to use that stuff yet, right? And I said to myself one day, if I ever do have to use Viagra or use a pill, then I take it. I had a date, and that bitch stood me up. Could I sue her? Could I call her and say, look, bitch, I took this $200 pill or $30 pill.
Right.
That's like going on a date, and you stood me up.
And now you
I
gotta
need
eat
half that back, bitch, because I took one earlier today and one this evening because I really wanted to be right for you. And you stood me up. What we gonna do?
Now you got an all-night erection.
Right. Shit is funny. Then you gotta go get the spare.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
I got to keep it spare. fellas.
Slayer.
We got in trouble recently, went viral again. It's probably like our 10th time going viral in 2022. And it was a comment that I made. And I said, I love young women. And I said 21 through 25. Now, Tyshawn, tell TK about the response that we was getting.
Yeah, so, we got people in there calling you a predator.
Yep.
We got people in you calling you a creep. R. Kelly vibes. all type
crazy,
of funny shit
All
being
kind of
stated.
crazy shit.
And here's the funnier part. To keep the narrative going, we found the opposite play.
Right.
We found a very popular personality here in Atlanta. She bagged her young guy, 15 years younger than him.
Right.
And that's
younger than her.
Get Body by Jay.
So we he just straight name drop. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
So we dropped that. Literally the next day, and literally the comments and the mindset was just completely different. Oh, sis, congratulations. Hey, you got to do what you got to do to be happy.
Some of them actually said, they used the word deserve. Like she deserved this dude that's 15 years younger.
Right.
And of course, we're not hating on their relationship. They can do
Right.
whatever the fuck they want to do.
Facts.
But the
Which is the hypocrisy.
exactly.
It's the hypocrisy
The
of it
delusion.
all. And I want to get your mindset, because you actually talk about dating women of different ages.
Right.
What's your thought about dating younger women?
I would date a younger woman if she understood timing. Let me tell you what time is. If I'm talking, don't try to rush my conversation. Pause for a second. Let me talk so you have time to think and comprehend what I'm trying to say. Some women just talk just to come back at you. And I don't like that because I'm seasoned. I know how a woman's supposed to talk to a man. Then you got some women who they don't want to talk soft. They'll talk like a dude.
Real hard,
wow.
yeah. I
Ooh,
can't stand that shit.
yes.
What women don't understand is that this man in his mind is thinking about knocking you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because you sound like a nigga. You don't sound like a female.
And it's in your personal space.
Right, you talking to me like
Right.
a nigga.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you saying, you bitch ass nigga, you fuck ass nigga. And if you could find a woman that even when she gets mad, she's soft.
That's special. That's special.
Oh, she's still a lady, even though she's mad. It's special.
That's like some Claire Huxtable shit right there.
Yes, sir.
How she used to go off,
Yeah.
and she was still so
Yeah.
kept a nice tone.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
really raised her tone. It kind of was-
Because I look at some of these guys like, you fucking her.
Yeah.
Like, how can you go to bed fucking somebody that's almost a man?
I agree with that.
No, I'm being honest. Like, where's the softness in with you? Because to me, a female is supposed to be soft.
But see, men,
Everything about her.
everything
about her.
The way she moves
Yes.
needs to be flowy. Her voice needs
Yes.
to be very feminine
Yes.
and light.
Yes.
But
I mean, women's what? Is it right? What? Like you don't like what I'm saying? Like you don't like me? Like, and then you hearing this bitch voice, and you scare me.
and don't say you don't like it, because then you're massaging it.
Right.
That's why I struggle with chicks up north. Like the hard. Like I couldn't be papoose like fucking with the Remy Ma's and shit like that.
I
You know
did
what
a
I'm saying?
concert in Jersey City. No, somewhere in New Jersey. And then I went to Jersey City, my hometown. Met a young lady, fine than a motherfucker. We almost got into a fight because she was cursing a lot. Not at me, just her conversation was curse or profanity every other word. And I said, why do you curse? You're so beautiful. This bitch is talking to me like a nigga. They ain't know me around here, TK. Like, this bitch act like she was a drug dealer. By the time it got heated, people was coming because they saw it getting a little crazy. I wound up leaving, yo.
I believe that.
A female. But I'm gonna tell you what's interesting. What I read the other day, Money Bag Yo took back his Lamborghini truck from his girlfriend.
They broke up.
Yeah,
seen that.
I didn't
I don't
catch
know if
that.
they broke up, but I know the Lambo truck got repoed.
yeah. Lambo got repoed. And I guess she was saying that it wasn't leased, it was bought.
Yeah.
And a lot of people was happy that it got taken back, which in a way you have to, then you understand who you are. This is my point. If you buy a girlfriend a Lambo truck, like cash, and y'all break up, what choice do you make? Do you go back and get the fucking truck? Because a month later you'll see her in a truck with a new nigga, and the way some of these girls mind, yeah, I got that nigga, I got the Lambo, you know what I'm saying? I got the jewelry upstairs. But remember, guys, it's only a car. Remember, it's only jewelry. So if you spend it and you got it, let a motherfucker keep it. Yeah, let her keep it, you know? Because think about it, I remember one time a woman lied to me I was going to kill her. No, I'm serious. I had a liar situation.
Wow.
What prevented me from hurting her? I actually visualized my life in prison as two people parallel at the same time. I saw myself going through processing with the jail clothes on and my blanket, my towel, and my pillow. And when I walked in, I was in jail already. I was looking out the window. And I turned around, looked at myself, and said, why are you in here? And I said, because a bitch lied to me. And I looked back out the window, and I looked back at myself, and I said, you gave up your whole life because a bitch lied to you? And my point that I'm making is it's just words. And who the fuck do you think you are? You can't be lied to. Who the fuck do you think you are that bitch can't get you for a truck? Who the fuck do you think you are because you bought a woman a jewelry? You have the right to go off. All those things can be replaced. That's why I always tell people to stay in control of your emotions, because you may be in pain that day and the next and the next. Sometimes it might even take you a month, but I promise you, you'll get over it.
So
See, that's how you think about shit right there.
Yes.
That's how you're supposed to process shit before you just
Yeah, because
react.
you're gonna hurt. Like you're human. We all pump blood. There's nobody a robot. Everybody in this motherfucker hates somebody. You've hated somebody before. You hated somebody before. You disliked somebody before. You hope a motherfucker died before, right? But the goal is control your emotions.
What's the remedy though? So a woman breaks up with you, she lies to you, she do something to piss you off. What do you do to tame your emotions at that point?
One, you gotta leave. And hopefully, if you want to break up with her, the transition is smooth. Because most people are in relationships because they can't handle the bills on their own. Sometimes you got to bite your tongue, even though you know the bitch or a man is a liar, right? Because they helping you with the rent.
A need-based relationship with a woman.
And I say everybody's like that.
Sounds horrible.
It's like when y'all was at my show, I was talking about marriage. I said, oh, you niggas ain't so, you don't like that bitch you sitting with.
She just help you pay the bills.
Yeah, and like, nigga, really? You really like this bitch you sitting with? Like, I'm looking at the bitch. You like this bitch? This is what I'm saying. Right. And then I do the women. I say, yo, you ladies, black women get more degrees than any race. But they make poor decisions than men. I said, ladies, you don't believe me? Look at the nigga you sitting with. Out of all the motherfuckers you could have fucked with in Atlanta, this the nigga you choose? I said, some of you bitches, the nigga you bought here owe you money. And you bought the tickets to come to the show. And the nigga still came.
And drove.
And he gonna borrow $500 when you drop him off.
But here's my favorite part. You say some of you niggas moved in with your bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's talk about that, because
Yeah.
I don't think
It's many
fellas
men doing
understand.
that. Yeah.
I don't think I just spoke to one of my brothers that got into a bad situation. First of all, he knocked up a chick who already prior showed signs that she was not a chick you want to knock up.
Completely disrespectful.
She did some real trifling shit who showed her true colors. Even called me for some insight on what he thinks. I told him she showed who she is. Don't rock with it in this way. He takes the game, moves on. A couple weeks later, I see him announcing that he got her pregnant and they celebrating his pregnancy. He gets the chick pregnant. I talked to him a few weeks. It even progressed. We have another conversation. And you can just hear when you got a nigga just got like, they need help in their voice.
Right.
Even if they not talking about it,
Right.
you just know you just supposed to ask a couple questions. You got to know your guys to just sense it.
Right.
And I start digging. I find out he moved in with this chick. She was an attorney, by the way,
Right.
getting that bread. moved in with her because he was a young guy.
Right.
Like fly nigga. Like this is a fly nigga. Still don't have his money right though.
Right.
Still building his business.
Right.
Moved in with her. She didn't like how shit transpired. She took the baby, went to a different state, went back to the home state, left his ass pretty much high and dry, homeless.
Wow.
In essence.
He
where
couldn't pay
not
the
make-
bills?
No.
Whoa.
No.
So he was using her. And she peeped it. I saw you this a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, he got a baby with this chick, so
No, you didn't understand what I'm saying. She left him. When women leave you where you standing, you was using her. And she know that you can't make it without her.
wow.
So she bounced. And like he said, he homeless. Because if your money right, bitch, leave. I can carry this motherfucker by myself.
That's a good point.
But he couldn't. But he couldn't move. He couldn't leave.
Right.
Wow.
So under no circumstances do you think a man should ever move in with a woman?
I don't think you should because all women, I don't give a fuck who they are, can't wait to say, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my house. It's mandatory in their head. When you move in with them, they don't want to say it, but it's in them.
They gonna pull that
But
trump card.
Men do it to the, let's make sure we hold the men accountable.
Absolutely.
Most men, when they move in with a woman, I would say 90% of the time are not right anyway. They still got other hoes. They still doing other things. And just one day you slip up and let your phone out. Bitch was mind her business. And she saw a titty come up on a text message or something. You know, like, who the fuck big ass titty is this? And then, boom, she hitting it.
Shit.
Now, that might not even be the bitch. Now she going through your phone, she see the bitch that you really fucking with, that you was hiding. It all starts falling downhill after that.
You lose all your leverage, fellas. And I remember, look, TK got a legendary quote. He said, look, if I'm paying bills, I'm cheating.
Well, I'm going to tell
You'll
you.
never do both, right?
Wait, hold on, wait. Get a whole quote. Get a whole
Right,
quote on
I'd
that
say,
one.
I'm not going to get married and pay the bills. I said, how does it go? I'm not going to marry and be faithful. I'm either going to be faithful and be good to you, or I'm going to cheat and pay all the bills. Now, I said that also as a joke. And I want to take accountability as a man because I'm not a child. I don't want to say things that's reckless and people take it the wrong way, right? So if you do get married, I want everybody to do the right thing. No, I'm being honest. I want you to do it, but I want you to be prepared to be married. That's what it all comes down to. I'm not married because I'm in my 60s. It don't make sense for me to get married. My will is already done. I got my LLC, the legacy shit. I'm not gonna marry you and then have to change my paperwork. And let's say I marry you and I die in 3 years. Bitch, you wasn't around for the whole fight.
Right, the whole ride.
Yeah, bitch, you get a few things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You get the couch.
right. So I'm not gonna put my kids in that situation, you know? So that's why. So it's from a different perspective for me not to get married.
Okay. Now,
That's all.
I think another good thing I stopped you before the show.
Okay.
Because man, let me tell you, TK was dropping so much game before the show. I had to like really just put a pause on some shit and say, just save this shit. One of the things I think you was about to go crazy with was your discernment with women. And you said that just by knowing age, you can discern where a woman is
Right.
at what phase she and life she's in.
Absolutely, because some women think you want to know their age because you think they're old or young. I ask you your age because I know exactly where you are in life. If you tell me what age you are, I pretty much can look at you and know you're still getting your life together, you're still trying to figure it out, or you haven't bumped your head enough and you're still looking for love, but you don't want to chill for a minute. Like women who get married, women who have children, and they want to get into a relationship immediately, you're really doing the guy that you're liking wrong. Because you're about to put your mistakes on a man that loves you. This girl got 2 kids, you meet a nice guy, and you bring them children and drop it on his lap and say, well, if you love me, we come as a package. Now, you're considered a real man. You helping out. Oh, my God, he's a real man. Oh, but that's fucked up. But you accepted the application. without looking for something in a better situation, because there's nothing wrong with a woman that got 2 kids, right? But the man got to be financially prepared to raise another man's child. You got to be emotionally right in your head to raise another man's child. Now, women come into a relationship and can help a man. But that man, if he got the child, he's really carrying the weight. He's really doing it. He don't really need you. You just helping out. But a man, when he comes, especially if he moves in with her, he got to buy groceries. Like, as soon as he stop buying groceries, that bitch putting you out. As soon as you can't do for her kids, she putting you out. You can't come home and say, I got fired. If you come home on Thursday, say you got fired, your ass gonna be out the next day. Like, you ain't helping me around here, you gotta get the fuck out. And it's life. Like, what can you do?
Now, we've had some men that come on the show, some dope men come on the show with, that are stepfathers, but I'm just not a fan of taking care of somebody else's kids.
Yes, and you're just a smart guy. I tip my hat off to you. You gotta know who you are.
Okay.
You gotta know, I don't give a fuck how fine the girl is. And to the ladies, let me put you up on game. If you do have kids, some previous relationship married, you still can date, but let me show you how to do it. You date and you don't get really serious with the guy. You wait till your kids grow up, and I call it being reborn. Now, once your kids in college and going about the business, now a man is comfortable in dating you because it's really hard raising another man's child.
Right.
So now you took pressure off him in a little bit, right? Because in today's world, if you're a real man, if a child out of line, you check the child. Mm-hmm. But what happens if you have a baby mama say, don't talk to my kid like that? Mm. Or he calls his father, even though he was bad.
Right.
He calls his dad, mom's boyfriend said this. Now, that's what, in today's world, these niggas is killers.
And that's my thing is, like, you gotta not only, it's a forced relationship because you get the option of choosing to love the woman, but the kids is like, it's forced.
Right.
And then you got the potential of other family, the other half being involved, whether it's the crazy baby daddy or the deadbeat baby daddy, that type of situation. So my thing is, right, if like you said, if a man got his finances together and he got his mental together, what's the likelihood of that kind of good man actually taking on somebody else's kid?
Right. I agree.
It's low, right?
No, I'm just feeling. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. Listen.
The thing, again, to everybody listening, you just got to make good decisions for yourself. In life, you got to be kind of selfish. If you think with your heart, you're going to lose most of the time. If you think with your mind, you will achieve every motherfucking thing you want. I promise you. But if you think with your heart, one time, boom, it's gone.
I get it. And fellas, that's what we blessed with. I mean, we supposed to be the logical thinking motherfuckers out here. But that's what is supposed to be our gift. Is the gift of logic and rationale.
Yes.
And
But beauty, something about a fine bitch could do something to you.
and
that's when you gotta stay in control. Like I look at them, but I stay in control.
Yeah.
It's damn bitch.
Look, it's an emotional need. Like, you see a beautiful
damn bitch.
woman.
But I just want to just say damn bitch. You know what I'm saying? I've been through all the craziness.
Yeah.
I just want to look at you, damn bitch, because I'm at the point in my life, if you want a bag, bitch, if you ain't got a bag when you meet me, you ain't getting a bag from me. You want a house, you ain't got your own house? Because in my head, I'm saying, what you been doing your whole life?
Okay, so now we had a guest on the show, Six Goddess, and she was, had the philosophy that if an older man, let's say 15 years, 10 years, is dating a younger woman, that man, as a part of the terms and conditions of the relationship, is responsible for incentivizing that young woman with some gifts. So are you ever buying women,
It depends on the relationship. It depends on the guy. It depends on where I'm at in my life. And what I want to do. So if I meet you attractive, I'm smooth enough to put you up on game.
Okay.
I'm smooth enough to say, baby, listen, I'm gonna make sure you get some money. Because I could buy you a bag, but bitch, I probably won't be with you no more, because if I start seeing that you're a liability, I ain't gonna fuck with you, but I'm gonna show you how to get your own money. See, because a man to me is, if I meet you, I'm supposed to make you better than who you are in a year. So I'm gonna teach you how to put money in your pocket. I'm gonna teach you how to think better. So even if you don't fuck with me, I get you right for the nigga you really gonna fuck
See,
with.
TK, that's some deep shit you saying, because most people believe that if a relationship, and women especially, if a relationship doesn't end in marriage, that you did them a disservice. You wasted their time.
Right.
So how do you, and I say that all the time, I feel like every chick I leave, my goal is to leave them better than I got them.
Yes.
So as a guy who really is saying, you committed to going out the game without ever marrying a woman, first off, what are you communicating to these women,
Yes.
right, to let them know that marriage is not on the table? One.
They know. I tell them already. But it's a lot of women who are married. And I want to, into celebrities. And I want to say, nigga, the reason why you married her because the shit I taught her. It sound crazy,
TK trained her.
but I taught women shit that I know if they did it to the guy, that nigga was going to marry her. I put that on my children.
And this is like, what is this? This is like sexually or like just some mental
Sexually
shit?
and mentally.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because every relationship you get in, you learn something for good or
Right.
for worse.
And I always tell people, everybody should have a TK in their life. Everybody. I get people call me, it's like, yo, I was just asking myself, what would TK do? You know what I'm saying? Like people in London, Amsterdam, they call me like, I said TK, what would TK do in this situation? I get that all the time, yo.
So your goal with these women is it to make sure that you put them up on game?
Well, I want to date you long unless you are petty.
Okay.
Because at my age, I have zero tolerance. So if you do some dumb shit, I don't want to be bothered with you. I just don't want to be bothered.
Give us an example, like some of these things that, you know, the
Okay,
women-
let me explain to you petty. Like, I'm a celebrity.
Okay.
If I take pictures with women, you can't be across the country and see me with different women and say, oh, you look good with the hotties. Then I call you, but you're not picking up the phone because you're jealous of a picture you saw. Then I had another woman who was a doctor who I thought was on a whole nother level. So she sent me pictures, because she kept them for months,
Yeah.
of women that was fair-skinned. And when she sent it, I said, do you know the women you sent here, these pictures, that they're fair-skinned? My point being, she was showing something about her.
Internally.
Internally, she was uncomfortable with fair-skinned women, because I could have been fucking a dark-skinned bitch.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't like defending something I can't explain. I think that's the worst thing. Like some of you guys, y'all date, your girl get mad for no reason. You're like, oh, I don't know why she mad. So now you buying flowers for something you don't even know what the fuck popped off. I don't do that shit. Bitch, I'll replace you.
I like that. So what about checking a woman? How do you check a woman?
The way you check a young lady is say, may I make a suggestion? Remember, you can never tell a woman what to do. Never tell her what to do. But you can make a suggestion. She's grown.
Right.
It's a grown fucking woman. Can't, bitch, you heard what the fuck? Nah. Like, baby, can I speak to you for a minute? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. No, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But you gotta treat women with the most respect. I know my street niggas, like, fuck them hoes and all this kind of shit. But at the end of the day, because see, when we was growing up, we had R&B songs, love, and we talked to females a certain way. And the records today is like, fuck that bitch, fuck them hoes.
Bitch, don't get too comfortable.
Right, exactly. And you still can feel that way, but you gotta be a gentleman. Because here's the crazy part. People duplicate what they see. Even though men have been acting sensitive, but women have been acting like men. And women have picked up men bad habits, the way they talk, the way they dress.
Even their values now.
And they value. I've heard a girl tell me not too long ago, I think like a man. So in my head, like, bitch, I don't want to date a bitch that think like a dude.
They say they think like a man. They don't like to hang around females. They prefer to be around
If you
men.
hear a woman say, I think like a man, run.
Run. Why
the
even
fuck would
embrace
you-
that?
Exactly. This woman really said that like it was powerful. Like she really said some fly shit that she learned this at Harvard.
It's other women that's telling them that shit. Other unwed women that's telling them
Women, to the women, never tell a man you think like a man. Don't ever do that. Because imagine, let's flip it, right? Because I always like to show. Imagine, ladies, you met a dude, and he say, you can't get on me because I think like a female. And the bitch look at you like you're crazy.
Exactly.
Pussy dry.
Yeah, what the fuck you mean you think like a female? It's fucking hilarious. But what I see in the world, confusion, lack of respect, lack of accountability. And I've been saying for a while now, relationships are like a Rubik's Cube. You got to hope all the colors fit together. You know how difficult that shit is.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, right? So if you get a good one, you're lucky. If you get a good ride in life, you're lucky. If you get able to get success, you're lucky. If you're able to live a long life, you're lucky. And because no matter how good you are, no matter how blessed you think you are, you still gotta have a little luck.
Yeah.
And these are the facts. You still gotta have a little luck. Even if you're the team to win the championship of the world, you still gotta have a little luck on your side.
Agree. Shit, we got lucky getting your ass on the show.
Right.
So I agree with that.
Right, yeah, you gotta have luck.
And luck, let me tell you, you increase the likelihood of having luck by taking action. Mm-hmm. The more action you take, you put yourself in positions to be lucky. You ain't gonna be lucky just sitting there fucking home twiddling your thumbs.
Right, it ain't gonna happen. And you guys, like, people always have, like, you ask me off the air, like, how you stay motivated? And I say it's in my DNA, you know? And I go to bed early, and I wake up at 2 o'clock, and man, you think I was 19 years old? I'm like, ready to go get it. Let's go. What I'm gonna do today? You know? And I just keep it moving.
Man, listen, 62 years old, traveling around the world,
yes,
working harder than people I know that's fucking in their 20s.
Rich, and fit.
Oh,
Rich, fit, motivated, ambitious, purpose-driven. Like all of those things is just really what I want us to embody. And, you know, it's interesting just seeing different men because I don't think there's one way. I hear men. The reason I asked you early in the show, you know, if I think that you would have probably went further in your career with a woman, hearing your answer is interesting because I've also heard another philosophy where men just say, you know, typically when I'm actually with a woman, I get pretty comfortable. You know, you start getting your dick sucked, you know, nice, you know what I'm saying? Right. You start being able to relax. You want to cuddle up with you at night. You know, you make 100, you know, 200, 200, even if you hit 300,000, and if you really got the potential to make millions at 300,000, her lifestyle's, you know, she's happy.
Right.
So a lot of times you could lose your drive. And what I'm finding after just speaking to men is you just got to know yourself.
Yeah, and it gets deeper than that. Here's the thing, right? Most men fuck because pussy is there. I'm about to drop y'all some of the coldest game in the world right now. I'm getting my ass to bed. Having sex, you should reward yourself after you accomplish your goal. Let's say you work 40 hours a week, you're paying bills, and you say, you know what, Friday, I'm gonna take my girl out to eat and I'm gonna make love. But people out here fucking, but haven't accomplished anything. Now, if you're fucking just to be fucking, guess what? Sooner or later, you fuck yourself out of a relationship. Because what do you say most of the times when you nut? Damn, I wish this bitch leave, or she should scoot over there, or you ain't got the same feeling. Women sometimes feel the same way.
Wow.
Right? But if you don't fuck all the time, you have a strategy. Let's say Monday and Wednesday, you just eat a pussy, but no dick. Sounds crazy, but when you do fuck, it's a sensation. That shit feel amazing. Think about it. Say you masturbate, and a girl come over a couple hours later and you gotta fuck. Your dick is numb because you ain't feeling it because you already nutted. But if you don't masturbate and you fuck a week later or 4 days later,
that shit a whole experience.
Oh, it feels it's just crazy. Amazing. And that's what sex is when you're married. You have to not tell her it's planned, because a bitch will trick you with words. I want you to be more spontaneous. But you trying to protect the relationship.
Right.
So you don't say shit, But this is the strategy. Or let's say one night you sleep, you ain't fucked her once. She tries like, no. I don't want to do that right now. And she thinks you don't want to fuck her. Because in your mind, you like, bitch, but tomorrow night, I'm going to catch your ass off guard. And I'm going to have you squirting all over this motherfucker and loving it because you didn't understand my strategy. But you follow my strategy, I'll make you orgasm, I'll make you come, I'll make you squirt. When you suck my dick, you go, you know, when the dick's so good, the girl suck your dick, it sound like it's music because she's still shaking.
Right.
Nigga, that's what T to the motherfucker K be doing.
T to the motherfucking K.
Slayer.
So as a matter of fact, check it out.
Slayer.
What that means is that fellas, don't just go out here fucking these chicks if you ain't accomplished shit. And that don't mean
Yes,
it
that's
sounds
right.
like. And check it out, Tiki. Don't tell her either.
Right.
You ain't got to tell her the strategy.
Yeah, you ain't got to tell her the strategy.
Niggas be telling their woman everything.
Yeah.
I gotta hit my goals first, then I'm gonna fuck you.
Right.
No, nigga.
No, because you'll lose because the way I think I know is over people's heads. Like, my way of thinking is totally, like, different than most people. You can't share it. You have to keep it to yourself. And to the ladies who's listening, if you see a guy doing that, respect him. Say, oh, he listened to TK. Okay, I'm gonna see how this goes because I'm feeling this style. Because we need something different. We need a new way out here to think to protect the relationship if you really want a relationship. Because most relationships break up over finance and sex. Because people fuck themselves out because you're fucking every day. And now you're gaining weight. You're getting lazy. Mm-hmm. You're not motivated no more. And you still do get up, but you so in love at work, you call each other, I can't wait to see you today, I'm gonna miss you. But if you manage your dick, I call it men managing their dick. Manage your dick. Achieve your goals. And then when you get what you want, guess what? You can fuck the hell out of it because in your mind,
You on top.
you winning.
Yeah.
But when you ain't got a bill pay or you got something that happened and you having sex still, or you can't perform the way you want to. If I'm tired, you ain't getting no dick. Like if I come home, I got a girl there and she thinks she gonna get some dick and I'm tired, bitch, you better rub these knees. And as y'all get older, you'll love a girl who know how to rub your knees. Because you start hearing the little cartilage popping, the little, and you laying into it. I love this bitch.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't know nothing about that. Not yet. Not yet.
Bitch rubbed my knee and I heard the little crack.
Man, that. I think that is some game because what I would say is, and I want to talk to some married brothers about this because now as a single man, what I will say is, I do look forward to the moments I have sex now as a single man because I usually schedule it at a very particular time.
Right.
It's something that I look forward to.
It's easy to maintain that schedule, though.
And you feel
When you
good
single.
about it. You're like, you're gonna smell good. You're gonna do an extra sit up. You know, you're preparing for a performance.
Exactly.
You're preparing for, and people don't get that what's going on. You are, nigga, you're shaving, you're smelling good, you're doing extra jumping jack. Because when you come out your shit, you want the bitch to say, you really look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a little something, just a little scratch. You know, not much, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, you really look good. Thank you. And then you fuck the hell out of her. Homie, shit's off the chain. When you are paying your bills, you look good, and you can fuck good, and you take a woman out to eat and treat her good, and all those things matter, guys, you know? And to the ladies, you know, niggas like gifts too, and you could be easy. You know, you could if a female came to your house with chapstick, Visine, a brush, a comb for your beard, you'll be thankful.
Honestly, when women come over, like when they come over and they see little things, like the ones that see little things, they might bring you some new soaps.
Right.
They might bring you some new towels.
Yeah, because you don't need expensive sneakers.
New
You don't need-
linens.
Bitch, can you bring me a bar soap?
Exactly.
Can you bring me some Clorox wipes?
Some deodorant. You see, I got low on my deodorant.
Yeah. Can you bring me some Clorox wipes? Just to see her in the with the bag in her hand.
See, not all women is on game like that.
No.
They're not on game. They don't know that that's how they get invited again and again.
Well, and here's the other thing. I posted something today. September's take a man out on a date. And a lot of bitches was mad. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
What they was mad for, TK?
Yeah, because they said they not doing it.
They fucking
And I was like, oh my God, you don't get it.
right.
You don't fucking get it. It's just one date. And no one said, take me to Ruth Chris or Morton Steakhouse.
I'm
You
confused.
can go to a pizza spot, baby. Let's go get a slice of pizza. Simple shit.
Oh, why they making all that money? See, they hollering about making a lot of money, but what they want to spend it on? I'm confused.
Everybody just has to find the right people to follow, listen. But the first thing, you got to have your foundation together first. You got to have God or energy in your life. What I mean by energy is God. But you want to be able to do the right thing on your journey while you're here. Then you got to know your purpose while you're here. See, a lot of people don't know their purpose. Mm-hmm. See, when you know your purpose, you have an advantage on the rest of the world. See, I know my purpose. My purpose is to help people. That's like I'm always blessed, right? I always put people and change their lives. I've been doing it my whole life, from average person to people who are very, very successful. And if people knew, like a girl talked to me, and then she's like, oh, get these kids. And I said, no, baby. I said, you gave a gift back to the world. You had children, and that's the gift back to the world. So, I teach them how to survive, teach them how they have to maneuver to better themselves, to be a better woman mentally. Because most women, when they meet men, they tear them down. They talk about how they ain't shit, or ain't nobody gonna want you with these kids and all that kind of shit. And men, you shouldn't say that to a female. And if you do something wrong with you, but I can tell you this, when you have children, you have daughters, I promise you, you'll say, I won't want nobody to talk to my daughter like this. This is a fact.
So, okay, what about women who, because I hear a lot of women now who say they don't want to have kids. And these are women in their 20s and 30s.
Right.
Do you find that the women that you date in their 40s, because do you date 40 and 50-year-old women?
Yeah, I sure do.
Do you have any of them that they just don't have any kids?
No, most of the kids are grown.
Okay, but they have had kids.
Yes.
I'm just because I'm very curious. Like, what are women who don't have kids in their 40s and 50s? Like, what are they really saying? Because I get the women now at 20 and 30 saying they don't want to have kids.
Some girls are happy about it if you're
Okay.
mature. Some girls are sad about it. It's life.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna feel different. Some girls want to have a baby, but they couldn't. All right? Or they was working on their career and they had the discipline. You know how hard it is to be disciplined and not have a baby? That takes some real discipline to be fucking, and maybe you got pregnant a couple times but had the strength to go get an abortion. Deep.
Damn.
That's why I don't want no pussy, because my pullout game was horrible. Fuck that shit. Like, bitch think I want some pussy. Like, nah, keep that shit.
Man, we got
Ain't
T
gonna
to the
have me
motherfucking
working till
K.
I'm 80 and shit.
T to the motherfucking K on here, by the way. Hey, by the way, y'all watching this, please go ahead, copy your Keep Women Feminine shirts, please, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all getting some good
That's right.
game here. Y'all going ahead and getting blessed. We got TK Kirkland. Oh my gosh.
And follow me at TK_Kirkland. I'm really trying to get my numbers up. Like,
Okay.
I'm already close to almost 200,000
On TikTok or Instagram?
on Instagram.
Okay.
But my shit should be like 7-8 million, because everybody should hear TK Kirkland
That's a
talk.
fact.
Yeah, your shit is matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what a wise man told me. TK actually told me on another platform. That's another one of our mentors,
Right.
Vlad actually. But if you ain't been to a TK Kirkland show, you need to go online right now
Yes.
and find out where is the nearest city that my man is gonna be at, because the show is amazing, man. You
Yeah, it's
do an
different.
awesome job performing.
Yeah, it's a different type of comedy show. And I tell people, just come see it and witness it yourself. I'm not even gonna tell you. You guys see me twice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what was crazy about your show, and both times we went, everybody there is a fan.
Yes.
I don't think it's people in there that's just like they don't know what's going on. Like
Right,
they
right.
fucking fans.
And if they don't know, they are a fan when it's over.
yeah,
They are blown away.
They
Like,
shocked.
whoa.
They're like, this motherfucker is crazy.
Right. Like, whoa.
He
And I
said-
love that.
yeah.
No, listen, you always leave entertained. I appreciate you, first of all, for blessing this platform.
Yes, sir.
The fact that you here is indication, one, Ryan, Azo, we doing the right fucking things. We on the right track.
Yes.
And also, man, TK, that you are a real ass nigga.
Oh, yeah.
He went ahead, came here.
Yes. And I'm tired, fellas. I've been up since, well, I had a show last night, y'all know.
Yeah.
And we didn't get done till like maybe 12, 1 o'clock. Then, then
the night before, we did Friday,
Then
right?
you got to do accounting, you know what I'm saying? And go over numbers. That takes about an hour. Wow. And I think I got in like maybe 2, 3 o'clock. I was up by 7:30, 8, did my 9 miles or 8 miles. Took care of my business, and boom, came right here. Now I'm going to bed. And I'll be up in 5 hours to catch the plane.
Well, you need to let the people know where they can follow. Let's get you to that damn 8 million. Goddamn it, let them know.
TK Kirkland, TK_Kirkland. And I'm gonna tell you what I would like for you guys to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back again next year. On every episode, I want y'all to say, "Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please follow my boy at TK_Kirkland." Every episode. As a shout out type thing.
Okay.
Can I get your word on that, gentlemen?
Every episode from till next year.
Till next year.
That's
We're gonna shoot a lot of episodes.
That's like 100 episodes.
Yeah, I don't hear yes.
That's gonna be hard to do. TK.
All you gotta do is in tongues say, "Oh yeah, by the way, let's give a shout out to my boy TK. Y'all make sure y'all follow him at TK_Kirkland." What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it.
You know we charge for that, right, TK?
What's wrong with that? Y'all gonna do that for me?
And then
You
you
know
gonna
what?
be listening. Nigga gonna be even more famous, charging us more money. He gonna
No. We keep it the same way we roll.
Right.
We family.
So I tell you, TK been hazing us up since he got here in this motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man. They got me breaking a
TK_Kirkland.
light
Hey, now,
sweat.
let me
This
tell
Listen to
you.
me. I'm a senior citizen.
We go.
Yeah. I always tell, even though Jay-Z be doing his fly shit, you do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
You want to drink motherfucking Cristal, you drink Cristal.
We drink Cristal.
You want to drink
baby.
Ace of Spade, you drink Ace of Spade.
Yeah.
You want to drink Dom Perignon, you drink Dom Perignon. You want to drink Louis XIII, you drink Louis XIII. But always remember, at the end of the day, you make your own decisions because you're a man.
Absolutely.
T to the
how we go.
motherfucking K. That's what it's all about.
Salute, ladies and gentlemen. T to the motherfucking K's in the building. Thank you so much for your time, guys. It's bedtime for me.
It's bedtime. So listen, y'all have tuned into another episode of Harley Initiated. Like, subscribe to the motherfucking
Subscribe.
channel. We need this. We need you to subscribe. We growing this shit day by day. But listen, Harley Initiated. We are out.